Now, now, first of all, it's December finally for me. It's December 1st for me. It's midnight December 1st. Um, I'm not gonna make the joke yet, even though I could. I don't have age restriction on, so I'm not gonna make the joke. But um, I need to talk about something. Now you may be asking, Jordan McJordan face of JoJo's questionable content. Why the fuck are you still awake? And that, and I have an answer. I have an answer. I I found some very important lost Clausella media. Like this is big. This is big and fat. This is a Jordan W. I have been scouring the internet for these. And now I can't sleep because I want to talk about it. And I also want to draw more stuff inspired by these pieces. AKA, I am going to draw yet another picture of Claus cabedoning Rosella because that is my favorite thing to draw of the two because the angst is delicious. So, I don't know if I've mentioned this I don't know if I've mentioned this on stream. I think I have. I don't know if there's footage of me mentioning it, but I've talked about this with my friends at least. Basically, I have drawn Claus and Rosella cabedoning a lot, but the media that someone favorited a bunch of my art. Hi. Oh wait, no, those are the notifications I got from earlier. Never mind. I already looked at these. I'm getting to a point. I promise. I am getting to a point. Let me cook with this point. I might get distracted, but let me let me let me try to explain the let me try to explain myself. Even though I'm really bad at doing that because I have the communication skills of a nonverbal toddler. Because I was a nonverbal toddler. But when when you guys think of when you guys okay, for those of you who have seen my art, who know my art, like y'all if y'all grew up looking at my art, cringing at the early shit and then getting more into the late shit. Um when you think of Claus cabedoning Rosella, you probably think of actually, let me check to see if anything else. I don't think. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna cook with this point. I promise. I'm going to cook with this eventually. I promise. I have a point. I have a point. I promise. I'm just. My brain is going like a bajillion miles a minute. Cut me some slack because eventually I will get to my point and it'll make a little bit of sense. Okay. I think I have my okay. So when you think of Clausella Cabedon, you would think something like this, right? This is the first time you would think that, oh, this is the first time I ever drew the pose. You would think this. You when you think of, oh, Clausella Cabedoning Rosella or Claus Cabedoning, I'm see, this is why I should be asleep, but I also just don't give a fuck because I do want to yap about this. So when you think of Claus Cabedoning Rosella, you think of this. You would think of this because that's the first thing that pops. That's the first piece chronologically. That's the first piece on my DA, right? And then or maybe Or maybe you did not grow up with that era. You did not grow up with that. Or maybe you grew up with, maybe you started getting into my Clausella art when I made that big batch of doodles. And then you see over here, there's Claus cabedoning Rosella. And then, as of recently, if I can find it, I don't think I'm able to find it yet. It's the, it's one of the gay line art pieces. Or when you think of, maybe you think of this. When you think Claus cabedoning Rosella. Well, let me tell you something. These three pictures, no, none of them were the original. This one I made recently. This one, I forgot when I made that one, but that wasn't the first one. Even this was not the first time I drew this. Fellas, my first ever Clausella Cabedon picture was this. I have been scouring the internet for these pictures. Are they good? Fuck no. And you're saying, and you're probably asking, Jordan, these pictures, there's only one. There's only one picture there on the screen. There it is. I have been looking for these because I kept talking about how I've been talking about these pictures. Like, I've talked about these pictures numerous times. I'm like, where did these go? Where did these go? They're right here. I This is the lost Clausella media I have been scouring the internet for. Now, how did I find it? Well, so you know how earlier tonight or earlier, so yesterday, okay, yesterday, I made that little holiday picture of like Claus giving Rosella the gift. Um, so uh, yesterday I made this. Yesterday I made this, and I put it on Tumblr, and Minxie reblogged it and put it on her Earthbound OC appreciate. You know what? I might actually like go to sleep after this because I should at least try to go to sleep. Even though I really want to draw the another Cabedon, even though I just did it recently, I want to draw. I need to go to sleep. This is becoming an addiction at this point. But I'll explain the story and then I'll actually try to get some sleep because as much as I love drawing Clausella, I do like want to actually try to get some sleep. But I'll finish the story. Basically, I made this picture yesterday and I posted it on Tumblr and Minxie reblogged it from her Earthbound OC appreciation account. And me being the curious little thing that I am, I decided to snoop through the account to see like, oh, I wonder what else she has on the account. And it was just a bunch of people with OCs doing OC stuff. And I did have to scroll past some past trauma just to get to what I wanted. And yeah, so I scrolled down far enough and I found what I was looking for. So that being said, the rest of the stream is gonna be canceled. I'm sorry, I know, but like it's the middle of the night for me. And I should have been asleep like a while ago. So I think I'm just up because I'm still feeling the effects of the migraine. You know what? I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna be a responsible adult. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna take some melatonin and I'm gonna go to sleep. Thank you for listening to me yap for 10 minutes and goodbye. Uh, I'll I'll do those pictures I'll draw the Cabedon thing tomorrow. Maybe.